Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to the first workshop of the year of the Fresno State Computer Science Club in 2020. I just want to run over a few things to get you started, since I only recorded the last half of the first workshop. So about halfway through this video, or actually in about a couple of minutes, we're going to cut to the other half. But I just want to let you know on a couple of things you missed in the first half. It's mostly installing, getting ready for the workshop. So the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to set up a GitHub account. So right here, you can type in your email address, type whatever you want for your email address, and you can click sign up for GitHub. Just follow the directions, and then you'll have yourself your own GitHub. Now, GitHub is an online repository. It'll work in conjunction for this workshop with Git. Git and GitHub are different. Git is a version control software. So you can pull code from the internet, you can modify it, and then you can push it back on to a repository. In this case, we're using the online repository GitHub, which is owned by Microsoft. Git is actually an open source software. It is not owned by Microsoft. So we're going to install this for your appropriate operating system, so either Mac OS, Windows, or Linux. After you're done following the directions of the installer tool, you'll go to this website for nodejs.org, and you'll install Node.js. So install the LTS, which is the long-term, it's the stable installer for either Windows, Mac OS, or I think it's just Windows, Mac, and there's Linux binaries too you can install if you know how to do that. And after you're done installing that, you might have to open and close your terminal. Right here, for example, I downloaded a Windows terminal. You'll probably be doing this in Windows PowerShell if you're doing this on Windows. You'll be typing in npm, and then there'll be some commands that you're going to want to do, which is going to be on this website, the reactjs.org. So you're going to type in npx space create -react-app space my-app, and then it's going to create a folder in your base directory that you're in, which is most likely your username. You're going to type cd to change directory to my-app, and then you're going to type npm space start. When I was doing this, this command wasn't working for me initially. I had to close my terminal and type in npm first. I don't know if it was just the terminal or typing in npm. The other video will go into most of this in more in depth. Real quick, one thing I forgot to mention, I recommend downloading VS Code. It's a lightweight text editor made by Microsoft, and we'll be using this throughout the workshop. So just download this, get it installed before starting all this as well. And then we're going to pull up our terminal. And once we change directory to my app, you're going to want to type in to load your website. You're going to type in code. So code will load VS Code, and you're going to do 3 periods. Type that in. It's going to launch VS Code with our project. And from this point forward, you should be able to follow the workshop. And don't forget, right up here in the corner, you need to click Terminal, then New Terminal, to open up Terminal within the VS Code.
And when you're done, it's just going to and you were able to get it to go? Perfect. Okay, and there is one more step for this one we'll need to do. We'll scroll down a little bit, and we'll grab this CSS import here. Were you guys all able to find the website, or you hand typed it? On the website. Found the website? Okay. So we'll go ahead and copy this here. This is just importing a specific CSS module. I believe if you have a personal CSS styling that you'd like to use, you can go ahead and do that as well. But this is the one we'll be using. And on our VS Code, we'll go ahead and jump to index.js. And at the very top, right next to the last command up here, we'll drop down one, and we'll import what we just copied. We'll just go ahead and save that. Everyone able to find the index.js? Good, good. I hope it's pretty visible. We'll save that. We'll save our app.js. Just make sure no changes aren't being shown. So make sure nothing is pending to be saved. Then on our terminal, we'll jump back onto it. And again, we'll do npm start. And now, oh, that's not, oh, you know what? I forgot one step. Sorry. My bad. Back on our app.js, we'll need to import that button because right now we're still using the default button. So what we'll do is we'll type import. We'll open curly braces. I hope that's what they're called, right? Then we'll type button with the capital B. End the curly braces from, then we do parentheses, React Bootstrap. You can auto-complete it there, or you can just type it all out yourself. And we want to make sure, so curly braces, and that it's we have the right package name, so React Bootstrap. We'll save that again. Skipping steps, sorry. What can't you see? Oh, the top? Perfect, sorry. And the last thing we'll need to do here, I keep skipping steps. We need to capitalize this so that it knows we're referencing that specific button. So capital B, and it should be turning green. I have a package that highlights things a little differently, but it should be turning green for you guys, and that's saying it's identified that this is a different component, not the HTML button. It's actually a component from React Bootstrap. Does everyone see it turn green? Yep, perfect. Now if we go back, there's our new updated button. It's looking a lot better, not a default really ugly button. And for now, we're going to just leave it as is. If you want to dive deeper in here, we can give it different options. Change the coloring, like I said on here. It gives you the ability to change it as you'd like. There's the ability to make it disable the button, a different, CSS looking type one here. All different options here. And if you're interested, you could always come back here and do it. And again, once we get to Travis's lesson, maybe we'll be able to show you how to make a custom button with your own CSS on it. But for now, this should be pretty good. Perfect. Now after this, now that we have a website that we've changed up a bit, we're going to want to jump onto GitHub. And for everyone, this should look a little different. I have a couple different stuff here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new repository. I'm going to name it My App. And it would be helpful if you name it the same. You can name it something different if you'd like. But you just want to make sure you keep note of what you capitalize and what you add to it. But we'll go with My App for now. You can put a description if you'd like. Because we're publishing a website on it, it has to be public. I believe they have an option for private, but I think you have to pay for that.
But student. We all can get GitHub Pro.
I see. Well, I never done that.
If you're interested in that. Oh, one other thing that's good to know is the GitHub has a student pack. So you apply for that, they can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Perfect.
Also, if you're
I know Unity has it.
If you're a
great.
student and you have the private, you can still host the website through GitHub, even if the repo is private.
Got it. When I was doing it, I just saw that it needed to be public, and either way, I wanted to be public.
Makes no sense for a static website because you can just right-click and spec.
Yeah. So we'll just go ahead and We don't need to add these for now. We'll just go ahead and create a repository.
You said my_app, right?
My-app, not underscore. And it's going to give us just some general instructions that we have kind of tying it to our project and how to get Git going. Who was able to install Git? Everyone, other than I think my Mac users over here, but you were able to. So Git, you were able to get Git? Git, you already good? Renhow, Git? Yep. Was that a yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard no. Are you good? Good? And then you already have it. Perfect. Okay, so let me open up something real quick. I have a little document here that for you I'll show later and I'll share it with you. It just gives you through the process of how to deploy on GitHub Pages if you already have a project. But because I forget stuff sometimes, I have it here. So this command here we're going to install, and it's going to help us to deploy to GitHub Pages. So it's going to be npm install GA, so GitHub-pages. We're going to save that as a dependency because we really don't need it other than for development. So I'll go ahead and copy this. Again, we end this process. Paste, install.
Is it just GH Pages, or is there another? Oh.
Just GH Pages, --save as dev dependency. And this next part, we're going to type this out. Well, let me wait till that installs for you guys real quick, because this part we're going to need to change some things. It's going to be different for everyone.
Everybody up to this point?
Anyone having any issues with that, or did it install correctly? Good, good. We good back there as well? I'm seeing a couple yeses. I'm going to go ahead and move on. So on our VS Code, we're going to want to jump onto a package.json. And on here, we're going to copy this for me, but this is going to be different for everyone. So the general format for this, you can see it up here. It's going to be the HTTP, yes, and then username, your GitHub username. Then it's going to be github.io/ and then the repository name. For us, it's all going to be my app. If you chose a different name for your repository, just go ahead and put that. But for me specifically, it's going to be my whole name. And we all chose my app, or hopefully most of us did. So again, this is going to be in JSON. So we do homepage, then I don't know what that's called, those two dots. What is it, semicolon or something like that? Yep. Is that the right one? Colon. What's semicolon? Is it the one with the dot and then parentheses? Ah, got it.
The one that no one knows how to use in the English language?
This one will go to our package.json, and right under name, we'll go ahead and for you guys, it'll be typed, but I'm just going to be able to paste it. And then make sure we put a comma after that. So again, your username, then the name of the GitHub repository. Okay. I'll leave it up there for a bit. Let me, real quick. We need to add 2 scripts, so 2 new commands. It's going to be pre-deploy npm run build, and then deploy gh pages -d build. I'm going to copy those for me, but again, I'm going to have this up for everyone to be able to see. Does anyone still need to see the home pages, the home page that we added? Does anyone still need it? Raise hand. Everyone got that? Still need it? Perfect. I'll wait a bit. Good. Perfect. Then we scroll down to scripts, and we go to the very last object here. We'll put a comma. We'll go down a line, and we're going to copy these 2 new commands here. go ahead and just get rid of that there. So it's going to be pre-deploy. I'll highlight them so you guys know which ones we added. Does it make it less visible? Is that still readable? You can read it?
I can't really see it.
No? No? Is it better if I don't highlight it?
Are we copying that from the other website?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll put it in space and separate it. So these two bottom ones are the ones we added. So pre-deploy, npm run build, and deploy. Those were not the website. This was from document. Yep. This document, I'll probably send it on the server so that people, if for some reason we have an issue deploying right now, you can come back to it later, or with you as well, we can do that later, doing it on Mac. Does anyone still need these up? Yep, perfect. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and save. I'm going to get rid of this line here. Save again. Make sure everything is saved. No pending changes. Everything should be saved. I'm going to leave these up here for a bit. Perfect. So again, just make sure you save it. And let's jump back to our GitHub repository here. We're going to need one thing from here, which is going to be the remote add. So we'll go ahead and copy that. We won't use it just yet, but we'll have that ready. So on our terminal, we're going to go ahead and type git init. Should let you know that it initialize git. And then we're going to copy we're going to paste what we just copied. And go ahead, click the enter. And on here, I like this document because it's going to show you almost exactly, we have a couple extra dependencies, but I'll show you exactly what your package.json should look like. So once again, I'll go ahead and add that on there. We've already created our repository, did git init, remote add as well. The very last thing we need to do is we're going to do npm run deploy. So we'll go ahead and jump back. npm run deploy. And it's going to take a little bit. Mine finished. Is you guys still working? Everyone see the published or still working, still waiting? So once it's able to be published, we should be able to refresh real quick here. See some changes. For some of us, it may up here, it may still be showing yellow, which means it's still waiting for everything to load correctly. But if you have a check mark and everything is ready to go, we go to environments, we click GitHub pages, view deployment, and we see exactly what we created, but now this is public. So that should be it. If you have any questions, let me know. If you don't see this, let me know as well. I'll come check around real quick. But right now, we have everything ready for next week's lesson, where we'll dive deeper and maybe edit more of this personal website we just made, add some personal stuff. This, I'm hoping you guys are able to create into your own kind of resume website. You guys can go ahead and start using that. For now, obviously, it just has a kind of generic look. But again, once we start diving deeper into React, we'll be able to make it our own and make changes as we need. So that'll be all for today. I'm going to go with everyone just to make sure everything's looking good. I'm going to see if we can work the issues out with some of the gate issues we had. But other than that, that's all I had for today.